live, but also the live fiery death of both of us, so we'll be careful. Chris, we're an hour and 40 minutes away from kick-off.
Yeah, man.
Buzzing?
Made up, man. I just can't wait now. We're on our drive down there. The traffic's busy. We've just seen Liverpool fans pissing in tyres at the service station at Sandbach. We're not far away. I just want to get there now. I want to see the team. It comes out in sort of 40 minutes, and because we still don't have a clue about what team's going to be put out there. We've seen so many people, we've listened to so many people talk about what team Liverpool are going to play, who's going to play at left back, is Firmino going to play. These are all questions that in 43 minutes we'll have the answers to.
Absolutely, or even 41 or 42. You just don't know. No, it's mad because you did the starting 11 show, didn't you? And I think it's within, like, I think there's a choice of about 14 players, I think, in the start, but then we were listening to a bit of the Anfield rap on the drive down, and someone threw in Danny Ings as a shout, and I'm like, I'd not even, the possibility of Danny Ings hasn't even entered my head. It's not in my equations at all, but it is a possibility. You know, there's a possibility, like, I don't think Firmino will start, I don't think Ings will start, but there's a possibility that either of them could start. There's a possibility that Divock Origi could start.
He's pulling in here, but
just nearly get wiped out by a big lorry. So no, there are a number of possibilities, which is, it's a weird one. I think it's definitely a good thing, at the very least. It's nice to, I don't like it. Well, no, you know what? I do like it when I know what the manager's going to do to some extent, but also it does strip the excitement away a bit.
It does, and look, you've got to think of it from an opposition manager's point of view. We're Liverpool fans, we're diehard Liverpool fans, or everyone watching will be a diehard Liverpool fan, and they don't have a clue. What's the manager thinking at the other side? What's fucking Mark Hughes thinking, other than, like, I really like Stoke. Other than that, what's he thinking about Liverpool's side? I mean, who is he going to be facing? Is he going to plan for Firmino and Benteke up front? Are we going to play one up front? Are we going to play two up front with Ings and Benteke possibly? Where's the weak link that they're going to try and exploit? Is it going to be Moreno at left back? Is it going to be Gomez? And it's these type of questions that I'm glad we don't know the answers to, and I'm glad that opposition managers won't have a clue. Look at yesterday, Mourinho starting Costa. It was a fucking curveball. Yeah. You know, that Swansea, Gary Monk hadn't been planning for fucking Costa. I'm pretty certain of that. Like, he'll have been planning for Falcao, Remy, something like that. And then to see Diego Costa, what does that do to their side when they hear the teams? Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, if today Firmino and Benteke do start, that's a first blood to Liverpool. Sorry, I just let someone else and not just waving to random people.
Yeah, no, you're dead right. The interesting thing for me, and we were discussing this before, weren't we, is this one up front thing, is that it looks like a lot of teams are starting the season 4-2-3-1, and I think, I suspect Liverpool will do the same, but I wouldn't be surprised if not just Liverpool, but I think the big team this season is going to find a way to make two up top work, kind of like we did 2 years ago. Yeah. And I think that's going to be important for Liverpool, because it's fantastic having loads of great attacking midfield options, but look at Everton yesterday. Sometimes get another man in the box, get another centre forward who knows how to score goals, whose job it is to score goals.
Describe Kone.
I know. He
scored 2 in 2 seasons.
I scored that as his second ever goal, but the point is, he is a centre forward. Whether he's shit or not is kind of beside the point, and obviously as proven by the performance he put in, made one, scored one. And you know what I mean, just it doesn't matter how good you are as a one centre forward, you'll sometimes come up against opposition that they're going to stop you.
It's true, and you look at the way that, and going back to the Everton game again, Lukaku and the role that he played in Kone's goal, that is brilliant hold-up play. You know, he's there, he's muscling on the defender, and he's waiting for the run around him. If Benteke does start one up top, but Coutinho's running in behind and stuff like that, that's where you're going to see what Christian Benteke could do for Liverpool. You know, if he's playing as a 2 up top, even better, because 2 centre-backs in the Premier League now are pretty good at dealing with one forward. They've had a couple of years of getting used to it. Yeah. It's been a while, you know, at first I think they struggled a little bit with when to close, when to back off, but now defence always takes a season to catch up with attackers, and especially the change in formations. We saw that 2 years ago, didn't we? People struggled to stop Liverpool scoring goals, but towards the end of the season people found out how to do that, and that's why ultimately they didn't win the title.
Yeah, well that's it, having that unpredictability in your forward line I think is vital. But again,
the comments here, bear with us.
Go ahead.
Looking great. How slowly are you driving?
50 miles
an hour, but he's trying not to kill us.
I'm also coming off at the right junction as well, like
we're
just coming off the coming off the M6 toward the A500 towards
where you're
Stoke.
going,
Ah, yeah, don't worry, I'm on it.
You're on it?
I'm on it.
Like a car bonnet?
For now, we'll probably stop going
Milk
live.
bottle!
We'll probably stop going live when I do lose where we are. I'd just like to point out as well, it is swelteringly hot in this car.
Right.
So I hope you
open
appreciate.
the windows now while we're
Let's
stood
just
still.
get the windows open for a second. Jesus, wet. It's literally. It's obviously on the road. We can't really have the windows open, and we're off again. Devastating. And for the sake of your eardrums at home, we've obviously not to put the blowers on. So I hope you appreciate the fact that I'm literally sweating my arse off. And there's going to be a full-on sweaty crack situation developing as we speak. Breaking news. Something about.
Oh, we've just lost 3 viewers then, Paul. You were boring them with your sweaty arse crack comments.
Or they've gone off for a wank. It was so turned on. Something about versatility and forward lines. The good thing was we were talking about Man United and saying how like Wayne Rooney is a very good player, like, but is he a number 9 kind of centre forward? I don't think so, because he doesn't like to be in the box. He likes to come out. He likes to have the ball. He likes to influence things. And looking at it, that's what Memphis Depay likes to do as well.
101. That was the amount of goals we scored 2 years ago. That's how many views we've got.
But what we've got. What will be Liverpool's success this season? Because what I said to you is like, look at what Gomes did for Swansea. I don't think he's very good, but he has the ability to hold it up, and he has the ability to get in behind. He was constantly looking for those runs in behind with John Joe Shelby trying to pick him out. Having Benteke be able to do that's fantastic. I think he can do both. But you're right. I think it's about, can Firmino be the guy to support? Will it be Coutinho? I don't really think that's Coutinho's game.
No, it's
Is
Firmino,
it Ben Ibe or Lallana?
I think for me it's Firmino. I think we saw in that first 2 minutes against Swindon what he's about. He's about getting in beyond the forward, and it's about someone who breaks lines. And this is the thing that I like to talk about is, you know, when you've got one up top, you need people who are going to take a chance and get into the box.
Yeah.
You know, and if we can't get 2 forwards on the pitch, that's the way we're going to have to win games this season. Yeah. And for me, Firmino's that guy. But all that being said, I'd much rather have 2 up top to begin with, because you're asking questions of defenders, and defenders don't like to be asked questions.
It's the eternal problem with the 2 up top, though, isn't it? Is the what are the rest?
Is having a nightmare for Arsenal. West Ham 1-0 up at half time. Get in.
What the question is like what are the rest? What is your formation in that instance? Because it's going to depend a lot. I think that Jordan Ives going to have to force the issue, I think, for us this season, because he's our best winger. He's our best out on that winger. So I don't mind us playing like 4-3-3 at the moment with him on the right hand side. But it was exactly the same problem we had with Suarez and Sturridge. Great, you put them up top, but then what happens? Who is that 10 then? And we obviously had to come up with some clever solutions around that to work that out. But we've got so much talent in those attacking midfield positions. You fear for like where Ibe and where Lallana fit into that, where does Coutinho fit into that, does he have to come deeper, etc, etc. And that's what I mean by this season. Welcome if you've joined us, we're on the drive down to Stoke. We're on the A500, it's good, because I don't have to drive as fast and therefore shoot myself while I'm trying to do this at the same time.
Still going 50.
Still going 50.
Which by comparison to motorway is fast.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's about not losing your train of thought while you're trying not to kill yourself.
Hang on, did Chris get a ticket for the game? No, not yet, but I'm still hopeful.
Yeah.
It's the first game of the season. I'm just going to walk straight up to the ticket. What's that? Ultimate dash cam footage if you bin it. True that. Thanks for the comment, mate.
I don't know what that means.
Basically, if you fucking crash, dash cam.
Ah, right, yeah. Okay, we'll have to flip it the other way. Oh yeah, well, this will do.
Well, let's not crash.
Let's not. Let's just focus on. Well, I'll focus on that, and you focus on the football.
We were talking about Adam Lallana. I think he's going to have a massive season. I've already last week on the shows. I already said.
Sorry, that's what I was saying. Let me interject because I remembered now. What I said. The trick is this season. I think is going to be finding that 2 up top formation, because I'm not sure 4-4-2 diamonds necessarily. I think that's been kind of figured out, unless your fullbacks are amazing this year, which with Klein and Gomez could be a possibility. But yeah, what is the ones around that? If Brendan Rodgers can figure that out this season, that could be a key to success. Carry on.
So I think it's going to be a struggle for him to get 2 up top in the
Sorry, hang on. Window break.
I know, yeah, bloody hell, mate.
Jesus Christ on a bike at all. And rolling up.
And we're back. Sorry about that, guys.
And rolling up.
So basically, I think they'll struggle in the first instance to get 2 up top. If we find a load of players who are in form and a couple of players that aren't in form, then I think there's an easy move for him to make. But I think if we start with the 4-2-3-1 and then we evolve that formation, you know, we were talking about it earlier. If Firmino's playing, let's say, the 10, then he can quite easily just stay in front a little bit further, push on that little bit further, and it's a little bit more of a struggle.
He becomes more of a 9.5.
Exactly, yeah. And that's where I think if we're going to play two up top, that's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it in phases of the game, as opposed to just we're playing two up top, deal with it type of thing. I think Adam Lallana's going to have a massive season.
Let's have some questions.
Will you answer any questions?
Yes.
Yes, we already have.
Next question.
West Brom want Jose Enrique.
It's not a question. Yeah.
It's a statement.
They want Barini as well, don't they? Apparently, I saw something. I didn't actually check the veracity of it, like, but it looks like I saw something on this. This is Anfield.com last night, I think, saying they wanted was it like 4.9 or something like that for Barini. Take that all day. It's a shame because we could have had 12 a year ago, but I'd take that all day long. Go
on, start getting your questions in then, boys and girls.
We'll wait. Window break.
Can Rodgers ever justify starting Lovren? To himself, certainly. To me, no.
No, absolutely. Yeah, look, I think it's become almost to the point of comedy, like that Sakho should be starting. But I think we said this on the pre-season roundup show.
Sorry, mate.
I said this on the pre-season roundup show or on the new season preview. I don't think either of them particularly impressed in pre-season, and you know, if you're going to boil it down to it, I think there's, I don't know, I would have Sakho all day long. I think Sakho's a much better player. I'm starting to feel though as if is Sakho a bit more, is it more of like too similar to Skrtel maybe? You know,
I don't think so.
You know, they both love going to ground. You know, they both love that last ditch tackle, don't they? I don't think either of them is. I think the good all-rounders, I don't think either of them is particularly nailed on being the commander of the two.
The difference between Skrtel and Sakho is not defensively, it's offensively. You know, it's what Sakho brings. Like, look, you can talk about John Stones, can't you? You know, he's good with the ball. He's good with the ball at his feet. Sakho's much better with the ball at his feet than Skrtel is. Now, defensively, I don't think it really matters if they're too similar. You know, they're going to have to pick and choose. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult for them.
Yeah.
But, you know, you said then Lovren's had probably a better pre-season, and I agree with that. But when it fucking mattered, Sakho was better last season than Lovren. And that's what I'm basing it on. Yeah. And that's why I don't want to see Lovren start. I hope he proves me wrong, because we've spent £20 million on him. There's a section of people who say play him into form.
Yeah, the only thing for me with the Sakho thing is what we talked about is like defensive consistency and about getting an established back four and going for it. Pick your back four and just play them. And if he wants to pick a defensive back four and get 10 games out of them, you're far more likely to get 10 games out of Moreno/Gomez, Lovren, Skrtel and Klein than you are with Sakho in there, because there's absolutely no guarantees that Sakho is going to play 10 games without getting injured.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That is the only thing for me, is that I think at the minute I do like Sakho more. I think he's a much better footballer, but in terms of what they're putting in defensively, I kind of think it's much of a muchness. And as I say, Sakho does at times look like he's made of glass, so that's the only justification.
We'll go on to another question. First of all, a statement. Paul, please don't look into the camera.
It's too late, I've done it.
And Connor, any signings before the deadline?
I wouldn't be surprised if we had one more in us.
What type of player? Forward? Defender?
No, not forward. I think either a full-back or a defensive midfielder. I think they're the only two positions where you'd say we're short, if at all.
I think
definitely full-back.
I think if we're going to sign a defensive midfielder, I think you've got to spend 15, 20, 25 on one. I don't think there's any point in us spending 5, 10 on it and a backup defensive midfielder or a squad player, as it were.
But if someone became available on loan, look at like Jan Bavia's gone to Sunderland on loan, hasn't he? It says to me that we were never really interested in him. You're not going to take a punt on him. If you're not going to take a punt on Jan Bavia on loan, it kind of says to me we're probably not looking to bring anyone in that position, because you just take him, wouldn't you? Is my thoughts on it.
I think so, yeah.
It depends who comes up. I can see us. I wouldn't be surprised to see us get a loan in.
This is shit all this place.
Yeah. It's nice this.
It's fucking lovely. Don't come to Stoke.
Don't come to
fucking shitting. Jesus wept.
Yeah. Sound. Well, listen. Let's have a quick window break. Oh
yes. That's
Oh, it's
amazing.
glorious.
How excited
So
are you
hot.
all to see Benteke and WH?
Who's WH?
I've no fucking idea. Who's WH?
If we missed something, it's probably something obvious.
West Ham? No. Will Gerrard come back on loan? No, I don't think he will.
Well, he could do. I hope he doesn't. I really, really hope he doesn't. This is gonna sound. This might be a slightly unpopular opinion, but that Gerrard video was the shittest thing I've seen in a long time this morning. Like, it's like, great. Thanks very much for your message, Stevie. But if you're gonna go out your way to do that message, cheer up a bit, mate. You know what I mean? Try smiling.
It was
try
his
to get a
little,
bit of
you see his
excitement
right leg, and he just kept moving it, and it's like,
no, but it's
tell him to stop fucking moving his right leg.
Well, that's as far as director's notes go, that was pretty low down the list, if I'm honest. Smiling, having some personality, seeming like you actually give a shit about what you're saying. You know, just like, hi everybody, Steven Gerrard over here in LA. I'm enjoying my time with the Galaxy, but you know what? I'm buzzing for this new season. Good luck to Brendan Rodgers, all the lads I've left behind. Massive season coming up for the Reds. Come on, lads, you can do it. You can at least get in the top 4 and challenge for the title. Come on!
Right,
Thank you very much,
so
Steven
that
Gerrard.
question was supposed to be, how excited are you all to see Benteke and why?
Oh, and why? Yeah, I get it. Right, I'm gonna have to start paying attention to the roads here, so we're gonna have to wrap this up shortly. But I'm dead excited because he's a goal scorer.
Do you think he's sharp? Someone asked us that.
We spent a lot of money on him, and that's why I'm excited. I think
I think he'll be told to fucking stay in the box.
I think he's like a sharp butter knife at the moment. You know, he can cut. You're not sawing bone with him at the minute, but you could cause a nasty laceration. And sometimes at the start of the season, that's all you need.
I think on that note, we should probably wrap up. The other thing I'm a little worried about is just how hot your phone's got. I mean, it's literally burning up.
Yeah, because
it's the same temperature as the surface.
It's the surface of the sun. Okay, yeah, thanks very much for checking out the first live drive to the game video. We might, if we get a chance, we'll do something reacting to the teams when they come out, so check back for that. Extra content, so go back onto the YouTube channel or on the redmentv.com. If you don't want to watch any of that because you're weird, we've got Liverpool legend David Fairclough in the studio tomorrow. He's going to be doing the final word show, and we're going to be doing a build-up show, and there's going to be a whole host of other boss shit happening throughout the week. So yeah, thanks very much, Chris. Do you want to press the old stop button there?
That bad boy there.
Go for it.